Hi, I'm Jordan Darnold.
Hi, I'm Genesis Lawrence.
I'm Dylan Davis.
And I'm Sarah Christensen, and we're the psychologists behind Perception, a study of visual gaze.
That's all right.
So this all got started probably, I would say, about the beginning of this semester. We were all in an experimental methods class together.
Good times.
We were in the lab too together, and
Okay.
just got put in a group.
Had no idea who each other were.
Yeah, it's true.
I thought both of you guys were really mean at first.
Oh, so, I mean, did you see the wish punishment? But yeah, we were sitting in class one day and we looked over and there was this person staring, just like intense staring
Hardcore
at us,
staring.
and just got interested in this idea of perception through that.
It just popped into our head. And we were like, that's the one that we gotta do. That's just the one.
And here we are.
In the study, we wanted to see people's perceptions and how they change based on the time of day and the day of the week.
So our independent variables were the time of day. We did a study in the morning and then a study at night. And we also looked at different days of the week. So we did a day during the week and then a day on the weekend to see how that would change people's perceptions.
And we found a couple pieces of literature that pertain to the study that we did. One of them was from the National Center of Biotechnological Information, and they found that another person's gaze will be attracted if someone is already looking at them, and that's what we wanted to test.
Our second piece of literature for the review was done by the Frontiers in Psychology, and they found that direct gaze attracts direct attention and activates affective systems.
We did. We had an excellent group of participants, all of them found by our casting director,
Love that guy.
just from a local coffee shop here. And they were all willing to come down, be watched, and participate in our study entirely of our choice. You know, they really didn't have much say in it, but I do think that the random sampling method added just a realism and a depth to their participation. You just don't see that in most like local coffee shops. We did have a variety of ages and male and female, but we don't want to give too much away, so you will just check out our methods section when it comes out.
So we only used one tool in this whole experiment, and it was funded by the National Institute of Time, and we used a timer. It was about $1,000, very high grade, works pretty well, I would say. And we just timed 120 seconds, and if the participant looked around within that time, made eye contact with us while we were staring at them, then we counted that as a win for us, and if they didn't, then we counted it as a negative.
While doing this experiment, Dylan and I were on the night crew, and the big thing we noticed that there wasn't a whole lot of people there. Yeah, it was very dead. Most people didn't look at us at all. And like Sarah said, there was a wide range of ages, but mostly older, I would say.
A lot of elderly's out at night.
Yeah.
It's private.
And me and Sarah were part of the morning crew. But before I continue on, I just want to say we both went to the same location. It was at the Starbucks at University. We just went in different times and different times of day and different days of the week. And so, like I said, we were part of the morning, and we went there, whenever we went there, it was like 8:30, 9:30, so there was a lot of people there usually, except for the second day that we went. There wasn't that many people. But yeah, they were all pretty perceptive, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, it didn't take them that long.
So we're doing a little sneak peek peek of the results section for you guys. So we're just going to pull it up real quick. So we noticed that our cast was the most perceptive on the weekend morning and the least perceptive on the weekday morning. And that's a really interesting thing because it's not what we had predicted. You know, we predicted the most perceptive time would be during the weekday in the morning, definitely not the weekend in the morning, right? That's what we decided.
Yeah.
So overall, we did notice that people generally tend to notice whenever you're staring at them, and it only takes a short amount of time. The only people that didn't notice were 4 people who were studying their scripts really hard and they never even looked up.
You know, it's 4 out of a total of 35, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, we had a good cast.
We did.
35.
So what we saw while filming pretty much was in sync with the literature review that we found, right?
Yeah, definitely, especially that Institute of Biotechnological Information, talking about how people look at you when you look at them. I mean, we saw that all the time.
Human nature.
So one of the big reasons that we were just really interested in this project is we've actually been acting this semester as a counseling firm for NMSU specifically. One of the big efforts that they have right now is to raise awareness for sexual assault. And one of the big things about sexual assault is you have to be aware of your surroundings to see danger. So we're kind of looking at people's perception times, especially close to campus. We did see a lot of college students. And those 4 people that didn't see were studying, so seeing how that does affect our findings and affect how we counsel NMSU in the future.
I think one of the biggest limitations that Dylan and I had working at night was that there wasn't a whole lot of people at Starbucks. I don't know if it's because people don't drink coffee at 6 o'clock at night, or
That might be a good reason.
it's just not that popular of a place. But I think out of the 35 cast members that we had total, we only had about 10 at night.
Yeah, so I think that is definitely kind of a limitation of what we were doing here is the fact that we didn't have as many at night. We did have a pretty good crew in the morning, so.
Also, another limitation for us could have been like the fact that we're all women. The experiment would have been completely different if we were all like 4 really big men. We would have probably been seen as a threat or had the cops called on us, which wouldn't have been good. So thankfully we're small, petite women. And but also I think you mentioned there was this one girl in your guys' trial that seemed threatened by you.
Yeah.
So I think like also like your demeanor.
Well, she saw me staring at her, and
Yeah.
she told her friend, she was like, "What is this girl looking at?" And like her and her friend were like going back and forth, like trying to fight, and I was just like, "Okay, hold on, it's just a study."
It's kind of like
yeah,
experiment characteristics, man characteristics definitely play a role.
true.
I think there were some awkward moments, you know, in
Yeah,
getting
definitely.
ready, so
People
sometimes you're
notice.
smiling, sometimes you're worried.
Yeah.
So it's definitely experimental characteristics.
Some of the time, Jordan was just sitting there like this.
Yeah, true. So it definitely could have affected our cast big time.
Yeah.
She didn't do it.